Hello and welcome back to CITAM ChurchOnline talk show. Undefined relationship can be difficult to navigate. When there is no assurance, no security, it can get very messy, and jealousy normally plays a huge part. Yeah, Pastor Becher. And Mercy, what's your perspective?
I think it's very sad, when you find yourself in an undefined relationship, because one, they give you a sense of false hope. So, for instance, if things do not work out, you could be hanging out with this person and you're thinking, us gays are an item. You go for those coffee dates, lunch dates, and the like. But then, you get tired of each other. I want to believe that one time you'll get tired of each other because it's undefined. So, because where are we going? What is the purpose? What is the end goal? Today in happy, So if it's undefined, it gives you a sense of false hope. And then if things do not work out, it can be crashing. It can be very sad, and then it will give you a false. A false idea or a false notion of what relationships are all about.
Reverend Becher.
Yeah. What if, I'm just thinking, what if the other person does not see it as undefined? What do you do?
Okay.
Because we've spoken about it's undefined.
The point of that to
Yeah. So you said it's undefined, but what if the other person is not undefined? So where is the problem in that?
I think the problem comes across, like she said, where there's false hope. Where you've gone for one coffee date too many, and you're sort of getting comfortable with each other, and you're busy calling each other bae and everything. Meanwhile, you guys are really not in a relationship. Nothing has been defined yet. There's no commitment and everything. So the day you've taken me for like 7 coffee dates, and then one day I just see you at dinner with another girl. I'm like,
oh
what?
my God!
But I'm mini girlfriend. So you see, those are the type of situations we're talking about, where you've basically been going on dates with a guy for a minute, and there's this sort of you're comfortable with each other, and nothing has been said. You haven't established that both of you are in a relationship.
And then it also just seems like you've been taking me for a ride. And you see, for ladies, let me talk for the chicks, because we invest emotionally. I don't know about you guys. You weren't in Wasugu sometimes. Hardcore. Though we catch this at times. So it feels like you've been taken for a ride. And then for ladies, we invest emotionally in relationships, in terms of, but they actually count time spent. You've spent finances, looking good, dressing up and going for all these dates. And then dude comes and tells you, there's been nothing. Man, no. I respect.
Okay.
Yes.
My question would be, what is undefined? Does it differ? And at least you've been able to expound more on that, which is really good. Does the aspect of undefined differ with people based on their exposure, based on their experiences, based on culture? Okay, it could be that maybe this person, within their context, they don't mind going for dates. And that's why I'd want to really find out what culture does this person come from or exist in. And one of the ways I could tell, if just before you say this is undefined, because truth be told, there are people who have jumped the gun. I don't want to mention names. They have jumped the gun. To this guy says, I was actually at it. It's only that I was taking more time, and that depends on you as the other party, in one sense or the other, isn't it? To the other party, it seems as if this guy is taking more time. But in the real sense, with the context they're in, or the culture they come from, they don't see it as a problem. For instance, there are people who come from cultures whereby they can take out a lady 4 or 3 times for a date without saying anything. Okay? There are others who, again, I will not mention names here. There are others who date number 1. The first one, can I take you out for coffee? Done. Finished. Point home.
No.
You've struck the bullseye. The lady says, now from today,
Yes.
you are mine and I am yours.
Ah,
So
no.
you wonder from
Date
nowhere.
na bara,
From where?
To make a tata sisi. Even the girls have refused that
Even
one.
the girl of,
It's really a situation. I believe that a lot of people find themselves in undefined relationships,
Yes.
especially 4-3 months later. 1, 2, 3 dates are fine.
Ah,
you know,
okay.
even you as a
Okay.
woman, you're not
Okay.
really expecting a lot. You're like
Okay.
1, 2, 3, amjazoyana. Ni ile umekuwa umeenda coffee dates 4 months down the line.
Yeah.
The dude is mum. He's not saying
Not saying
anything.
anything.
You know.
Yeah.
So it can even happen in church, man. You know.
Yeah.
Yoko, maybe you see him every Sunday. After Sunday, you guys go for lunch.
Yeah.
And it happens consistently for 4 months. Of course, the lady has expectations,
Yes.
you know, and everything. So the day now that lady decides she won't see you for lunch, no, namona amenda lunch na mtu mwingine. Even you as a guy, you'll be thinking, haya.
Aya. What
But
happened?
who
what
just
has
said
happened?
chochote?
Yes.
It's
You've
true,
not been
it's true.
saying anything. Yeah.
It's true.
And
Would,
then
it,
let me
would it be right to say
Yeah.
that culture defines one's behavior
Yes, it does.
or
does.
response
Yeah.
in such situations? Culture defines one's behavior
Yeah.
or response in that context. Because again, what for me I'd also be keen to look at is how does this person treat their friends? Okay? Because if this person wants to have you at friends level, and I remember in one of the videos, if I can recall clearly, we say if somebody decides to call you for a date,
Yes.
okay,
Uh-huh.
do not jump into conclusions.
Don't go
Even
with
if-
expectations.
No, no.
Zero expectation.
Zero expectations.
High
One of-
appreciation.
that's one thing I tell people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low
Expectations.
expectations raise appreciation, isn't it? So if somebody has said, come for coffee, go take the coffee.
Yes.
Enjoy coffee.
Enjoy coffee,
Kunywa.
stand up and go home.
Yeah.
If it's dinner, same thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, there are people who don't mind. That's what I'm saying. Also look at the context this person comes from. It could be they have friends.
Yeah.
My problem would be this person doing something that is special or
Yeah.
seems a bit farther or beyond than what they do, and they're not talking about it.
Yes.
Now that becomes undefined.
I agree that culture plays a huge role.
Yeah.
Because you see, there are people who believe that, you know, when you've taken them out for dates, you've bought them birthday presents, that you guys are sort of leaning
Yeah.
towards some sort of exclusivity. I agree
Precisely.
that culture plays a huge role.
Yeah.
However, it's so important that, just like you've said, expectations are managed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, if those expectations are not managed, jealousy creeps in, insecurity creeps in,
Yes.
and people are reacting. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
the dude can just throw a caveat, or even the chick,
Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
you know, my boyfriend.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna, yes, very true. And I want to mention that, you know, culture doesn't operate in a vacuum. Yeah. There has to be some set of, not really rules per se, but there has to be some, like an environment, a set of some principles, you know, even if it is culture. You know,
Yeah.
and you see what happens now with undefined relationships is there is no accountability.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I can do whatever I want, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know, and then we can destroy each other, we can build each other.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no kind of sort of accountability. So I can't call you for a favor. You'll be thinking, you're calling me as who? What favor do you want?
Yeah.
I mean, it's undefined.
I have no
you know?
expectations on
Yes.
my birthday, on Christmas Day,
Nothing
on
at all.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Insecurity creeps in.
Yeah.
So because you never talked to me around Valentine's Day, and because
Absolutely.
I, you know, I to decide me nani,
Yes.
I was there like, okay, fine, I'm lowering my expectations, but the next time I see or hear that
Yeah.
you were spotted
Yeah.
with
You're in trouble.
Jen
Yeah.
during Valentine's Day, I'll be like, yani mimi I've been coming for coffee dates, lakini Jen ndio unapeleka out Valentine's.
No, you're a friend. For me,
You're a friend.
You're a friend. For me,
That's how dudes friend zone chicks.
Yes.
stick
Well,
to your lane.
girls,
Please be
well,
well.
girls, now you know.
Listen to
Here is
this.
from a dude.
This is a dude
Tell
telling
again.
you this. A born again one. A pastor.
Listen to this. Stick to your lane. Stick to your lane. Yes, I do agree with what you're saying. Actions speak louder than words.
True, yeah.
Actions do speak louder than words. So in the sense that also it is wrong if a guy is saying we're just friends and they're doing more than
Yeah.
Exactly.
It means to be a friend.
Yeah.
Now that one becomes questionable.
Yeah.
But if within their context, again I go back to the aspect of culture, if within their context, you look at this person's lifestyle, they do that with people, whether male or female, that should tell you something.
Okay.
So that means I tend to believe that it's important for you to get to see things from the other person's perspective,
Okay.
not your own. And that's a principle in life when you know, handling and managing people. Learn to see things from the other person's perspective. So when you get to see that, that's when now you can fully say, I think I am in an undefined relationship.
Yeah.
This
Let me
relationship
ask you a
that I'm
question.
in,
Yes.
this relationship that I'm in,
Uh-huh.
we've not defined what we are doing here.
Yeah.
I think we've got something more than just being friends here. I think something is cooking. I'm either driving it or he's driving it. And somehow, just as you said,
Yeah.
things somehow are going to get messy if
Yes.
we don't handle it
Yes.
at this very particular moment.
Yeah.
So get to see things from the other person's
Yeah.
perspective and get to see where they're coming from, who they hang around with,
Yeah.
and are they doing this for other people? If it's not,
Yeah.
then that should begin ringing some bells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red
But-
flags, yes.
Yes. And
Uh-huh.
as you're doing that,
Uh-huh.
sure you lower expectations.
High
appreciation.
Yes. No, but I
High
have a question,
appreciation.
Becher.
But even
Let
at
me ask
that, you
Becher.
ask. Yeah.
Does culture operate on assumptions? Because I try to think like when we talk about culture, then we are assuming that probably culture is the only thing that might affect, you know, like people getting into undefined relationships. But there are other facets as well. You know, probably you're bringing and many other social factors
Yeah.
around you.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know, culture will affect because culture doesn't operate on assumptions. Yeah, because I mean, if we are in an undefined relationship, already we are assuming.
There's a lot of assumptions.
There's a lot of assumptions,
Yeah.
that can lead us down the drain.
That's true. That's true.
The
That's true.
ideal situation
Yeah.
would be to be in a situation where you're operating as friends, but that rarely happens. Let's be honest.
Yes.
That rarely happens between boy,
Boy, girl.
and girl.
Yes.
It rarely happens. Once you cross that
Yeah.
1 month mark,
Yes.
where you've done 3 or 4 dates, now the girl is thinking, okay, you've spent a bit of time with me,
Yeah.
you've done 1, 2, 3. The boy, on the other hand, maybe he's not even thinking of that. He's thinking, yeah, she's a nice girl to talk to and everything.
Yeah.
Now you see there, expectations are different.
True.
Yeah.
It could also happen the other way. The girl is thinking, oh, he's such a nice guy to talk to. He's like
Yeah.
a brother to
Just
me and
friends.
everything. The man is
Yes.
thinking future wife. And that has not been communicated. You
Yeah.
know, so you find that those situations at the end of the day, 3 months down the line, when the chick at some point announces, I'm engaged, the dude will be like, hiya. From
What
where?
happened?
Did you play me?
Did you play me? You know, so
Yeah.
I think also when people are interacting, it's very important that your body language and what you do communicates that.
Yes.
That if we are truly friends, let my body language show that.
Yeah.
Let my my actions towards you clearly show that we are friends. Because then if that doesn't happen, you enter into a gray area and things are a bit blurry.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very
You know,
true.
so
Very
it's
true,
important that you are very, you're strict, not strict, you're true with your actions.
Very true.
Absolutely.
Very
Yeah.
true. Very
Agree
true.
with you.
Yeah, and I think it's Christ-likeness to be so, whether you should not take advantage of another
Yes.
person,
Yeah.
and be real. I like the way you say, be real, be true to yourself, be true
Yeah.
to the other person, and it's not good to lead somebody in a path
Yeah.
that is not
Yeah.
that is not appropriate. And from what I've gathered with groups, with different people, somehow there's no one size fits all.
Yes.
Some guys will tell you they went for the first date and that's it. They say, I think I have found the
You
one.
found the one.
For
Yeah.
others, they've done a number of dates and it has worked out after the 5th, the 6th, or the 10th one. But I think it's important for people to be real
Yes.
Yes.
with themselves and real with the other person.
One thing that has come out from these discussions is it's important to manage your expectations and be true to yourself and everybody else when you're dating. This is CITAM Church Online Talk Show. We will see you next week. Much love and feel free to give us your feedback, tag, share. Till next time.